What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here with your week 10 results for my 0 to 100k challenge. Of course, for those of you who are new around here, that is me trying to go from 0 to 100k made by December 31st, so throughout the whole of 2021. So week 7 was red, week 8 was red, week 9 was also red. This week we had week 10 of the market, week 10 of the year, and guess what, people? I finally came out in the green. So we're going to dive into what I did, what was different this week, all of that kind of stuff. But before we do that, please make sure to drop that thumbs up, hit the like button. Yes, it really does help with the YouTube algorithm. The last video I uploaded actually had over 75 likes, so let's try and do something similar on this one. Also, make sure to comment on the video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you see week 11 coming up. Let me know if you have any questions. Always, again, just drop that in the comment section below. Add to that, make sure you guys share these videos with your friends. Help get them out to more people. Help more people be inspired, maybe join the journey, learn from my videos in some form. Don't let this blessing stop at you. You found my channel, now let others find it as well. But lastly, but most importantly, please make sure to hit the red button if you're new around here. Subscribe to the channel. Now, we're going to dive into this week because this week was a great week all around. You know, many of you out there who are doing the challenge, many of you guys out there who own a stock portfolio probably ended up this week seeing green, which is what we like to see in the market. So, what was really different this week? Well, to begin with, I want to say, last week in my week 9 results, I mainly focused on the subject that, you know, we'd seen red weeks, we'd seen difficult times, but good times are coming soon. And when I said good times are coming, that meant in those cases, to do the right thing, we needed to buy the dips, stay calm, be patient, trust our intuition. And guess what, people? So far this week, it paid off. And that's not to say that, you know, we're out of the stock market correction, there's no more corrections and we're going to be green for the rest of the year. That's not saying that. What it is saying is, after those red days, after those difficult times, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And that's exactly what happened this week. So let's take a dive into my portfolio and see how this week panned out, what went well for me, what I could have done better, and what I plan to do going forward. Okay, so week 10 of the stock market. Again, I don't know why. I think it's due to cryptocurrency and also the date. So it's like showing you guys from Friday to Friday. But from Monday to Friday, so this 5-day trading week, I made just over $7,500. So that was a pretty big week for my portfolio. Of course, I was extremely happy because I bounced back from, you know, the amounts that I was losing in week 9, week 8. And so now I'm actually back to the point where I was at the end of week 7. So I'm feeling a bit better. I wiped out the losses of the past 2 weeks. But let's have a look at why my portfolio did pretty well this week. Well, to start off, as you guys can see, a lot of the stocks here did have a solid week. Now, a lot of these stocks, you know, Plug Power, 20% return this week. REKR, 27% return this week. Sundial, 22% return this week. Nano Dimension, almost a 40% return this week. You know, there are many different stocks. Fuel Cell, another almost 40% this week. Virgin Galactic, again, coming away with almost 30% return this week. And, you know, I own many stocks, so yeah, this was really relevant to many of them out there. One particular stock to note was OGI. So we're going to quickly touch on that one right now. OGI, Organigram. So I own 1,000 shares of this, and pretty much when you own 1,000 shares of something, it obviously depends on the price, but it weighs pretty heavily in dollar amounts. So Organigram, this was the best stock for me this week. It was up just under 60% this week. This was by far and away the best stock for me. Today it was up 11%, the last day of the trading week, so that was pretty good. I also think that going into next week and some weeks following, we could see some nice rise, some nice gains from here. But yeah, this week, this stock really brought home the goods for me. It was a stock which is sitting around 280 when, you know, Monday when we opened trading, and Friday, just 20 minutes before market close, it hit highs of 451. So this stock really did well for me. And again, when I hold 1,000 shares, as you can see, it weighs quite a lot in the portfolio. Now I'm up over 35% on this stock overall. And funny enough, when this week actually began, Organigram was one of the stocks that was down like 30 or 40% overall. But obviously the big swing this week really helped us out. So that was really nice to see. Now, I did not actually add to any positions this week because again, when the market is green and it's starting to move up, that's not really when you want to add to positions, or at least that's not when I like to add to positions. I like to add to positions when markets are down, so like last week. I do think that we could see the markets correct again going forward, which is why I hesitated to add on my positions. I know many people out there would have just dived into stuff. That's not really how it works, because just because you see green today doesn't mean it's going to be green forever. That's where patience comes in. That's why it's important to take your time, make rational decisions, don't let emotions carry you. There were a few different stocks that I did want to buy this week. In fact, it was exactly 3 stocks. Those were Tesla, Palantir, and also CCIV. I didn't actually buy any of them this week because they kept rising. Monday they were actually down, all 3 of them, and that probably would have been a good idea to buy then, but I thought they were going to continue dropping throughout the week, so I didn't actually purchase them. But it's cool, if they stay at the price point where they're at right now, I won't hesitate to purchase them in the near future. Of course, if they dip lower, I'll be purchasing them. If they rise higher, I'll have to wait a little bit longer. We'll see what happens. But again, Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA, Churchill Capital, ticker symbol CCIV, which will eventually become Lucid, and lastly, Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. I'm watching those 3. I'm interested to see what they do in the near future. Of course, those 3 stocks, those 3 companies, electric vehicles, research, I do think they have a bright future, and I do think that even if I buy them at around 5 to 10% higher than where they are at now, 1 month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, I'll be up heavily. But we'll see what I do going into week 11. Now, some things I could have done better this week. Well, I had some buying power. I didn't really use it. Was there a need for me to use it? Maybe not, but like I mentioned as multiple times to you guys, there are always opportunities in this market. And to take those opportunities, you actually have to trade. You have to actually buy things. Maybe I didn't want to buy anything, but I could have perhaps placed option trades to increase my capital or to create some more buying power. I chose not to do so, which is also fine. But you don't want to be too stagnant in the market. When you're someone like me who's trying to do a challenge, get to 100K within the next 42 weeks, you do want to be taking some risks so it can pay off. Now, if I had taken certain risks, with some call options or even maybe some put options here or there, I probably would have come away with a little bit of money. But I didn't, so I can't really dwell on that too long. But that was definitely something I could have done better this week. Maybe not be too much of a passenger, because of course I was happy seeing my gains, my returns for my portfolio. But it could have been more if I just taken a little bit more action. But that being said, coming away with over a $7,500 gain return within a week on an account like mine, I'll definitely take that. So again, that means we wiped out the losses from week 9 and week 8. Now we still need to wipe out the losses of week 7 going forward. So we'll see how I do that. We'll touch on that in a second. But what did I do well this week? Well, to be honest, not so much, but it continued from last week what I did well. Not panicking, not selling out of stocks too early. That was what I did well. There were stocks there I saw drop 20, 30, 40% within a week. And I could have been like, okay, no, it's going to drop more. Let me sell out of my 200 shares. Let me sell my 100 shares. I didn't do that. And so following into this week, that was probably a good thing I did. Just holding, letting things run by me and not being too scared, not being too eager to play, knowing how to manage emotion. So going into week 11, what do I plan on doing? What am I looking at? I'm sure you guys want to know. Well, I am looking at a few option trades. As you guys probably know, I own shares of Lemonade and also Virgin Galactic. Added to that, I own shares of Plug. And these are 3 stocks that I know pretty well. All of them have made me crazy returns, as you guys have probably seen in the past. Over 900% returns on all of them at some point with call options. But if I see these stocks dip, like Lemonade dipped yesterday, if I see Lemonade drop below $100, there's a call option there for $100, for $102, for $105. Probably beginning of April, maybe end of March. If again I do see Plug Power drop to the low 40s, high 30s, there's a call option there. Once we've seen a reversal, once we see some price movement going upwards with the stock. And also if I see Virgin Galactic, ticker symbol SPCE, in the low 20s, it could be time to pounce, because I know these stocks well. I've traded them multiple times. I own shares of these stocks already. With Virgin Galactic, I can even place covered calls. So that means if it rises a certain amount, I will receive a premium, and I will also make money from selling the stocks at a higher price than what I bought them. I could play this a few ways, but I do have options going into next week. Now, are we done? Is it time for the market to soar and rise? Well, as I discussed in my live stream last night, no, I do not think we're done. I think there might be one more correction sometime in the near future. Of course, the stimulus check bill has been passed, and we should be getting some stimulus checks soon, so that should be nice. Will people be directly dumping into the market? Maybe, but they've not received these checks yet. So I think within the next 2, possibly 3 weeks, we could still see another market correction. Might be a couple days, it might be 5 days, I don't know what it could be. No one knows what the market's going to do, so we'll have to see. But when those stimulus checks start to roll in, You guys should use it to purchase my course. Use a little bit of it to purchase my course, and then, you know, make plays based off my course. But add to that, you need to watch out for the stock market because there's opportunities there. Last year, April, or whenever we received our stimulus checks, you didn't invest in the stock market, and you know that 1,200 could have been 3,000 today or 4,000 today or whatever. This time, you have the opportunity, so make it count. That's what I will say. And with that good news, with more people getting stimulus checks and people using it, trying to make more money, trying to invest in the market, we could see some interesting stuff coming. I have no idea if there are going to be some short squeezes in GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry again, Rocket, Express, but I tell you what, people, when I get my stimulus check, you guys know I'm going to be trying to flip that. That is my sole aim with the stimulus check. And I'll probably make a video on it. So, you know, we touch on that another time. But yeah, that's my week 10 results of the 0 to 100K challenge. It's pretty good. I feel a lot better now than I did, you know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. But we're back on track. And yeah, this week was just over 7,500 return. And there you can see overall how far we are along the journey. 42 weeks left. I'm feeling pretty confident that we get this done by, I'd say late summer, definitely. But again, I've given myself the whole year to get this challenge done, so I shouldn't be in a rush. Remember, back in November, I only had $3,400 in my account. So if I get to 100K made within the first 6-7 months of 2021, I should definitely be happy with that. Again, if you want to know how to do something similar, go and check out my course. There are reviews there, people have already purchased it, people are enjoying it. So 10 videos, 3 different sections, a load of information, over 3 hours of content. Go check that one out. As always, make sure you guys check out all my other videos on this channel. This week I uploaded a video on how I made 75K within less than 3 months. It's all on here, all on my channel. Lastly, I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Wish me luck for week 11. Good luck to you guys who are trading in the market next week. But thanks a lot for today's video. That's it from me. I got one to making, you got one to making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.